The Global Saud Flotilla has been intercepted. Pfizer and Trump sign a new deal. The government is shut down again. And are we canceling Netflix now? Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are. Welcome to the Matt Kim Podcast. I'm your host, Matt Kim, joined by my co-host, Mr. Peter Saddington.
What's up, guys? Smash the like button. Welcome all you stars. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting. Stroke the like button with your cursor gently, my friends. It is the Matt Kim Podcast. Check in.
Smash it hard. Get in there.
Idiot. Get it.
Check in, SARS. Let us know where you're from. Appreciate you guys hanging out and giving us your time today.
Welcome, guys. It's the Matt Kim Podcast. Let's go.
Dude, we kind of touched on this Global Saud Flotilla earlier, maybe a couple weeks ago.
Yes. I just like the word Sumud, though.
And we were pretty dismissive of it. Dude, I spent the last 2 days completely infatuated with this thing.
What did you learn?
Nonstop.
What did you learn?
That's all I've been doing. Watching, we'll tell you. I've had the live stream up nonstop for pretty much 2 full days now.
Wow. It must have been a captivating
It's
experience.
crazy. Okay. For people that don't know what the Global Saud Flotilla is, it was a group of activists that left Spain with the intent of getting all the way to Gaza and breaking through the Israeli blockade,
Yes.
the naval blockade. That was the point.
And what's the naval blockade blocking, Matt?
Blocking aid and anyone else entering into Gaza and Palestine.
I thought food and water and supplies were getting into Palestine quite efficiently and effectively.
Well, they want to be the arbiters of truth and control and make sure that they monitor everything that goes in.
So they're not starving people. Okay.
So they started this approximately 30 days ago.
Yes.
And we touched on it 2 weeks ago, and we were quite dismissive. I was dismissive, you were dismissive, because we saw Greta Thunberg kind of in the headline, and we're like, okay.
I mean, she's just lighting things on fire by...
Yeah, this is a big PR show.
Yeah.
Like, they're never going to make it there. They're not going to try.
Yeah.
Like, the whole thing is for clicks and views, and, like, screw them.
Yeah.
It's not that important.
However,
and then there was this video, and maybe we'll stitch it in right here. Of September 10th, September 8th and 9th, when the drones were blown up on the ships.
yeah.
And I saw from different angles, like, okay, like, whatever, it's not a big deal. And then I saw the videos from the boat.
Oh.
Dude.
Are they revealing?
Dude, that shit was launched at them.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. There's no doubt in my mind that they were attacked by drones.
So you're saying that there were drones that attacked this flotilla?
Yes.
And who is suspected of launching these drones? Who would have the sophistication, Matt, to launch these types of drones?
Same people that know how to explode pagers.
Oh, intriguing.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't think anyone's been able to prove exactly where it came from. But if you watch the video, a projectile came and blew up on the boat.
Okay.
For sure.
For sure. Okay.
For sure.
You saw this with your own eyes?
Yes.
No AI?
No, and we will we'll clip it in right here and we can watch it later.
Fair enough. So the blockade is let's just get all our ducks in a row. So the blockade is a blockade of blocking food, materials, help, support into Palestine, Israel.
Correct.
So
And the claim of this flotilla is that this is international waters, that they have every right to travel through international waters, that Israel does not have the right by international law to block people from providing, especially since the ICJ and the international courts have deemed that aid and humanitarian aid can go into Gaza.
Yes. Well, if it's international waters, that sounds like a shared agreement that people can pass freely, is what you're saying. Okay.
And in order to help this mission, originally Italy, they said that they're going to send some warships to guide them and accompany them. So they were going with the flotilla, making sure. And they said that, no, we're just sending them just in case someone gets injured or they need help, and we're just there. But it's a warship. Spain sends a warship. Turkey sends drones overhead eventually to monitor. And it's like this whole thing moving towards them. Italy eventually backs out because like, okay, we got you close. We can't go any closer. Spain stays nearby. And they get to, I think about 2 days ago, they're about, I don't know, 400, 500 nautical miles. I don't know what that means. Away. And I'm thinking, wow, they're actually pretty close now.
Yeah. And but the way that you presented it kind of sounds like a bad movie. Right? There's that one protagonist who says, come on, guys, let's get the treasure. And there's all his homies that are like, okay, we'll get the treasure with you.
Yes.
And as he starts walking towards the treasure, one of his homies says, oh, I'm too scared.
Oh.
As he gets closer to the treasure, the other homie says, I've gone this far, you're good. It almost seems like Admiral Akbar. It's a trap. It's a trap. We're going into a trap. So was that the game?
I don't know. I think that the population and the citizenship of those countries were so kind of pro-Palestine, anti-Israel that they were like, all right, we'll help out a little bit and we'll do the best we can to at least virtue signal. Pretend like we're helping.
Military exercise, virtue signal.
Yeah, but we're not going to go get in war over this.
We wouldn't want to actually shoot anything.
So it's about 50 ships, and they're not huge ships. These aren't luxury liners because people are like, oh yeah, it's like a vacation for them. It's not a vacation, guys.
Okay,
it's 500 people on 50 ships slumming it.
Yeah, they're not dinghies, but they're certainly not luxury.
No, they are not luxury at all. There is nothing luxurious about them. They're like huddled in underneath the cabin. They're spending their days outdoors, kind of on the deck. It's not comfortable situation.
So are you saying that you have empathy for these flotilla individuals who are trying to bring light to this issue to the world?
Yeah, I mean, we talk a lot about issues in the world. We talk about, man, what are we going to do about it? And these people, like, actually try to do something about it. Dude, go.
Are you calling us out? Are we bad people?
We're pussies.
Are we bad people for talking shit about people who are actually trying to do something?
Yeah, I mean, we're like people who talk shit behind a camera and a keyboard, but we don't actually get involved.
Fair enough.
And this is not a comfortable situation. And can you imagine this? Being on a boat, traveling towards the Israeli naval blockade with the intent of penetrating and getting through. That's a fucking scary idea.
It is a non-rational idea.
No.
If you know anything about the Israelis do not see any other species group of human as worthy. Meaning, you're going into a active war zone with a potential enemy that does not see you as an equal. Meaning, they are open to be able to do anything to you. And the rules of engagement do not apply to Israel.
And it's a group of activists, journalists, lawyers. Nelson Mandela's grandson is on this.
So you're saying all the user personas of all the type of individuals that Israelis usually like to kill are in this flotilla?
I mean, dude, can you imagine like going on this boat and traveling towards the Israeli Navy? Like straight ahead, like we're not turning around no matter what. We're just going to go. And I'm telling you, I thought they would turn around. Like, okay, this is a PR stunt.
Not with what I just said. With the knowledge that I have, armed with this knowledge, I would not actively put my body into a war zone where the people on the other side of that do not see me as human.
No way.
That seems like an unfair game of war.
This is so risky.
Yeah.
And they get the couple of drone strikes, and they probably thought, okay, this is going to scare them. These guys are just a bunch of like these crazy hippie liberals. They're going to turn around. Yeah. But they didn't. They kept on going,
And that's what had you captivated watching this live stream.
Because I thought they would turn around. I'm trying to put myself into their situation going, dude, I'm out of here.
You would have quit.
Of course. I'm not going.
Hey, at the Matt Kim podcast, we're radically transparent and honest.
No, dude, there is no money you could pay me to sit on a boat unarmed, because they're not armed.
Yes, going towards...
They have food, supplies, and like toys for kids in a boat going, let's go challenge the military. Okay. Like,
We're not talking shit. They're actually doing something, but at the same time, you and I probably would have, let's just say, found a better use of our time.
I am not going on that ship.
Do you think their mission is worthy?
Yeah, I mean,
they captivated your attention for 48 hours.
I mean, I was totally captivated by this entire thing. And 2 days ago, they're starting to get close. They're starting to get close. And then all of a sudden, I think it was 2 nights ago, the Israeli Navy goes to the lead boat, jams the signals, because they're live streaming their entire progress now. They jam the signals and they just start circling it.
Yeah.
Circling it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, dude, this is when it's going to go down. This is fucked.
This is like Charlie Kirk episode number 2.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, like what's going to happen?
We're doing it live, guys.
And they circle, and they leave. I was like, oh, okay, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Give it another 12 hours, and all of a sudden, they're back, but with all the ships. And they kind of, give them a hard time. They're around, and then as soon as it gets dark, they start throwing water cannoning them.
Yeah.
So they're water cannoning the boats in the middle of the night at dark. They're also hitting them with sewage.
Ooh.
Because they're trying to get them to give up.
Oh,
they're in the danger zone, meaning that they're on the verge of entering into the Palestinian water.
Yeah.
So now they're doing their thing.
They're pooflinging them?
They're poofling them.
Oh, dude, you don't want to get poofling.
And they're trying to discourage them and try to take away the morale and have them give up.
Yeah, you don't want to get hepatitis C, man.
At the same time, the news and narrative out of Israel is that, actually, this flotilla is funded by Hamas.
Yes, Hamas from Spain, right?
From 47 countries in the world.
I didn't know,
including American citizens.
I didn't know Hamas was that prolific.
So their claim is that since it's funded by Hamas, and I'm thinking, oh, fuck. They're going to say this is Hamas.
Yeah.
And they're going to blow this thing up.
That seems like a positive narrative, yes.
And I'm thinking, wow, not only are they going to intercept them, now they're going to get blown up. And now I'm like, shit, now I really need to watch. It's like real reality TV. I'm captivated by this.
All you feds, this is how you get Matt's attention right here. Just like this.
And the day comes, and they come, and they just start intercepting the boats. They start boarding them. There's a few clips of what the Israeli broadcast says to the ships to get them to pull over, and we'll clip a couple in right here.
In an active war zone. If you can your route and attempt to breach the naval blockade, we will stop your vessel and act to confiscate it through legal proceedings in court. You bear full responsibility for your actions.
Say that we are entering an active war zone, you're saying that we are entering a place where we are committing war crimes. This is against international law. Once again, the International Court of Justice made a provisional ruling that any attempt to hinder a humanitarian mission to Gaza is prohibited by international law and is complying with the request to make you accountable for the crime of genocide. The International Criminal Court has your Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu under an arrest warrant for the crime of starving children and starving people to death using starvation and famine as a weapon of war. Therefore, it's our moral duty to continue sailing. It's our moral duty to refuse any attempt of an occupying force to control humanitarian aid for the Palestinian people in Gaza who have the right of their sovereignty, who have the right of their self-determination and to control their own borders. Therefore, we do not recognize you as a legitimate agent to control any attempt to bring aid to the Palestinian people in Gaza. We request you to stand down, to do not commit another war crime among so many that you've been committing, and to stand down. Do not engage with our peaceful, non-violent, humanitarian solidarity mission for the Palestinian people in Gaza. I advise you again.
But they're like, basically like, you need to go, and Diego, I don't know his name, who's the leader of the flotilla. He's like, no, you guys are committing genocide. This is a legal war. You can't do this. We're bringing humanitarian, according to international law, we're allowed to do this. We're going no matter what. You guys can't stop us.
Ooh, the climax. We've hit the climax.
And I'm thinking like, all right, that's pretty gangster. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's doing the thing.
He's like, no, I'm going.
So
they didn't make it.
They didn't make it?
No, they all got boarded. They all got taken over. They all got intercepted. And they are on the ship going to port. And we have no idea what happened to them right now.
Oh, so we're on pins and needles right now.
So technically, because they were not breaking any international law, they are officially considered kidnapped.
Oh, not prisoners of war?
They were not in Israeli water. Why does Israel have jurisdiction over that water and control what other countries' boats are traveling?
The short answer is they don't have jurisdiction.
They don't.
Because it's international waters.
Correct. Meaning that they are allowed to travel there and they've been intercepted.
So technically they've been kidnapped.
Technically, they are hostages.
Hostages?
They've been kidnapped.
So you're saying that Israel
Has kidnapped
and now holding hostages
447 people from 42 different countries.
That's what I was about to say. From 40 plus different countries are now being held hostage by what is deemed internationally as a terrorist organization and terrorist state called Israel. So
Americans,
so what you're saying
French,
is the Israel,
Spanish, Italians, Turkish.
So you're saying the Israel terrorist state is kidnapping humans
In international water.
So, okay, let me get this clear. I'm just, because I'm slow on the uptake. A terrorist organization is doing terrorist stuff, is what you're saying. Oh, okay. Now I'm with you. Okay. So
this happens, they're jamming signals, they're taking over boats, they're kidnapping people. And then there's these group of people in Turkey with like these small boats. They're like, fuck this, we're going. So 45 boats from Turkey get on the water and they're heading towards
right now?
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro.
Like now, these are like small boats. They're just like, we're going. And now they're going.
Dude, they're
And all over the world, there were these Global Saud Flotilla protests because of this.
They're going to be chicken fodder. They're going to be blown to bits.
And do you know what country didn't have any protests? United States.
I was about
Do you
to
know
say.
why they don't have protests in the United States?
Because we love the terrorist state.
Because they deemed it illegal. The United States said pro-Palestinian protests in America is anti-Semitic and therefore illegal. They've already neutered the population to not be able to protest. Now people are self-censoring.
Do
you see how that works?
Wait, I missed this news announcement. I didn't get the memo from Orange Man.
You can't protest in the schools. You can't protest outside.
Wait.
The pro-Palestinian things are bad. Remember? We spent an entire summer and spring and last year breaking down pro-Palestinian.
I remember all this. I'm slow on the uptake. So we know that there's censorship of Israel, anti-Semitic stuff, but they're already shutting it down?
They're not shutting them down. They've created a situation in an environment where they don't even start. Because what the deep state does is that they create situations that force you to self-censor.
I see. So what we're doing is we're doing the anti-matrix thing. We are piercing a hole in the veil and saying, none of you guys are seeing this, but Matt Kim has spent 48 hours digesting all of this stuff about the flotilla and the blockade, and we're giving you guys the real
Dude,
of what's happening.
I put up this short video on Instagram talking about how I've been watching this flotilla.
Yeah.
And how I think it's fascinating.
Yeah.
It hit 40 views and it stopped.
40 views?
40.
That's
It
like
hit 40 views and it stopped.
and it died on the vine.
0 after that.
Oh man,
It sat at 40 views for like an hour.
the bots are
I was like,
fast.
all right. Like,
They're so fast.
they don't want you talking about the flotilla.
Interesting. So, do you think the episode that we're creating right now is going to have a hard time growing?
I don't know. I mean, they have a YouTube channel. I mean, I watched the live stream on YouTube.
Well, yes. Even the enemy allows you to stream what the enemy does for the benefits of the enemy.
I don't know. I don't know. All I know is it was a group of activists that were obviously on a humanitarian mission.
Yes.
They had no weapons.
Mm.
I mean, you can look at them. They're not violent people.
Well, so let me ask you this: Do you empathize with their cause? Do you have what feelings do you have around what they're doing?
Well, I think it'll be interesting because if they're able to break through the blockade, then it almost negates the blockade of Palestine, which is an illegal blockade of a country.
Right. So they're proving a point. Yeah.
They're proving a point. If Israel were to really attack them, then it's interesting to see how this shifts global dynamics and war, because it would be a literal attack on citizens of other countries.
But they've done this before.
They've done it before.
The Liberty.
But again, this had so much visibility. Everyone was filming. They all had their messages that were written. If you're watching this message, it means I've been
Blown up.
I've been taken.
Yeah.
You know.
So they prepped all this stuff.
Yeah. If you're watching this message, it means we didn't reach Gaza. So they had all this just in case, and now they're all coming out.
So all this dead man switch is coming out. So I don't want to get super negative here. We don't know what happened to them.
We have no idea what happened to them. We're going to assume that they're going to just be brought back and told to voluntarily deport. There's too many people watching.
Yeah. I mean, Israel can only get away with killing American citizens.
Yeah.
It can't get away with killing 42 different countries' citizens. That's a little too much, right?
It gets away from doing it in a private type of matter where they have a certain level of separation.
Right.
But this is, if they were just disappear and Israel has them, then it's too obvious.
Yeah, but
if you're the world, you can't not react to that. They're not stupid. They're very calculated.
Fair enough. But if I may say, from patterns of history, they will react. But will they actually take action? Because we know that the world reacts to Israel, and the vast majority of the world sees Israel as a terrorist state. Signed, sealed, dated, right? Bibi is a terrorist, like signed, sealed, dated. He needs to go to a court. He needs to have his time. But yet no action's actually been done. So my proposition to you is simply, if they did go and actually delete these individuals from 42 different countries, do you really think these 42 countries will actually do a thing?
I don't know, because right before the UN and Bibi was coming to the United States, and I forget which countries, a couple of the countries in Europe, they're like, no, if he flies in our airspace, we're going to arrest him.
Really?
So Bibi's private plane had to go out of their way to avoid those countries.
Really? Interesting.
Meaning there is a fear from their side going, dude, the world, they're really pissed about this.
As they should be.
They are avoiding those countries, and he is avoiding going into those countries, even flying in their airspace.
Can we take stock for just a second that we have an international terrorist who flies around to different countries with immunity? We live in a world where we actively recognize that this man actively deletes lots of people from this planet, and yet he's able to fly around with no repercussions. This is a crazy world we live in, Matt.
Well, again, some countries said if they comes to MySpace, we're going to get him.
But are they really, though?
I don't know. He must think so because he's avoiding them. Isn't that interesting? If he didn't care at all, he would just fly right through the airspace. But he's not.
Let me ask you this. If you were the leader of one of these countries that is against the Israeli...
142 countries, yeah.
Yeah, 142 countries that are against Israel's plan. Would you be the guy? Think about it. You could be the guy that takes out the international global terrorist.
No, you can't.
Why? Do you think within two weeks your entire family lineage would be deleted from the timeline? Is that what you're saying?
No.
There's too many ramifications.
Because
why not be the guy that goes down in history and takes out the dude?
Because if you're a small country, and most countries are small, and you're the country that decides that you're going to take action and arrest Bibi, then now you have to deal with the United States. Ooh. And the United States is going to come like, dude, you took my buddy, you took my friend.
Not wrong.
We're best friends, the greatest ally.
Not wrong.
You can't have him.
Not wrong.
And now because of what because you do what you think is right, you have to deal with Big Brother.
And what you'll end up finding is within 48 hours, you'll be at 2 a.m. in the morning seeing frogmen with American patches on them.
And they're going to come get him out anyway.
Yeah, the frogmen will come get you.
So it's almost not worth it. That's like the power of what the system is.
It's unfortunate that I'm shaking my head in agreement with you, because that's exactly what's going to happen. If you were a small city, a small country, and you were to say, I'm going to be the guy that's going to arrest this guy and put him on trial for the entire world within less than 48 hours, American Big Brother is going to be tapping you on the shoulder and saying, would you like to have frogmen at your door? The answer is no.
Yeah.
Give us our homie back.
Yeah,
Give us our Tupac. Give us our Biggie. Give us our Diddy back.
Yeah, I mean, the United States has fully protecting and endorsing and doing what it is. We talked about the plans for Gaza and what they envision to do with it, the luxury condos.
It's a Disney World, man.
The AI data centers, the smart manufacturing.
Yes.
We've already spoken about that last episode. If you
Check it
missed
out.
Go check it out. But yeah, there's too much benefit for them to kind of repurpose the entire area. United States gets to build their new city,
New resort.
new resort. Jared Kushner gets really happy.
Yeah, we get to end. Every Wednesday, they explode ordnance.
And Israel and Bibi, they get to achieve their goal of greater Israel. Because we know for a fact that this does not stop at just taking over Palestine.
Well, yeah.
They want to expand all the way out, take all of greater Israel. They want to fulfill what they think is their biblical prophecy.
Yes.
Remove the mosque in Old Jerusalem. They want to tear it down, rise up who they think is their Messiah, which is really this Christian Antichrist, which is so crazy that they're in group cahoots together.
Yes.
We've talked about this.
Yes, because the Christians want to accelerate the second coming of Christ.
Which is crazy.
This is all a religious game. People say, oh, religion and politics, they need to be separate. Knucklehead. Religion is politics. I mean, this fancy game that we're playing of Israel, it's all this end times, eschatology. That's what it is. We have religious fanatics who are in politics, who truly believe that their decisions in politics will help move along some sort of written on an old scroll, the end times. Yes, this is all true.
So I am in full support of the Global Saud Flotilla.
Sumud.
You have officially won me over because, again, I was completely dismissive. I was wrong.
Do you respect them?
More than you can imagine.
So Greta Thunberg is now you're a fan. You're a Greta Thunberg fan.
I kind of am.
She is living out what she says.
When she was doing the "How dare you," when she was like 16 years old, like, okay, come on, right?
Yeah, but she's also made it clear that she works for the man, right?
And then she was in these kind of arrest and like, oh, arrest me and walk away, and she was doing this. But those were like 1 day psyops.
Yeah.
To go on the ocean and go straight at the military for 30 days on the water where literally anything can happen. I don't know, man.
You've earned the respect of Matt Kim.
I think that's a different game. I think that's very different. And
what do you think the end game is going to be? Because there's only two outs from where we are right now. They take all the people and they say get out of here, and they kick them out and they re-immigrate them back to their countries, or they delete these individuals from the different 42 countries, and then
you can't delete them. This is like a legitimate group of people. It's again Nelson Mandela's grandson who has name. You can't just delete him from the timeline. There are lawyers on there, international lawyers. I forget which country, but there's literally like members of parliament for certain countries on here.
Really?
Yeah.
This is a great opportunity.
Journalists, doctors. You can't. It's not like these just random liberal, super liberal activists.
It's not like a dinghy with 25 Nigerians on it.
No, it's people that have accreditation and status within the countries that are part of this, which is even riskier because they actually have to go back home and figure this out.
Yeah.
So, and they've kind of branded themselves.
Okay.
They're like out of the Jewish banking system. There's no way they're gonna ever bank again. You know what I mean?
If you're floating on a boat going against the great enemy, then yeah, there's going to be ramifications.
Yeah, they're going to have to deal with the repercussions of their actions for life.
Oh, absolutely. They've exited the matrix for sure,
and they knew this going into it. And I find that honorable.
So are we gonna kind of give some status updates on this as we go along in the Matt Kim show?
Yeah, I think we continue to track it, although I think this may be the end of it. If another one comes around, maybe. I don't think this issue of how Israel is treating Palestine, I don't think this goes away anytime soon. So there'll be more opportunities.
Don't you think that we're reaching a head though? Don't you feel like we're reaching a tipping point? Or is that just my feeling of just kind of the crescendo that we've been going through over the last 2 years or so?
Yeah, I mean, it kind
feel
of
like we're getting to a head.
they had BB came in last week or maybe a few days ago.
Which, if I may,
3 days ago.
to zero fanfare. He walked in the side door of the West Wing, if you remember. Right? Usually there's like military personnel, there's red carpets, there's the whole shebang, there's the pomp and circumstance, but he kind of like met him at the back door of the White House. You saw those pictures, right?
Yeah.
So is that did I miss something here? Is this an optics play, or is he kind of being like his status in the world is kind of diminishing? Or am I just reading too much into this game?
It's probably that the administration knows how unpopular this is.
So they're walking him in the backyard, secretly meeting
Yeah,
with
but
him?
they still got to do the meetings.
Let me ask you this. Do you think Trump is tarnishing his legacy by engaging in these types of conversations with BB?
I think that the internet is undefeated.
Okay. Yes. The internet is undefeated. Can't beat the internets.
And you can't just blatantly lie to the population and the public because eventually people figure it out.
Well, let me back you. You can lie.
But you're going to get caught.
You're going to get caught. What are the repercussions, though? Because the risks of blatantly lying today are quite low.
Well, the risk for...
Literally, I could say lies this entire hour to you, and the internet would be like, Peter, you're a terrible person. You're lying out of your ass. Nothing would happen.
The risk for Trump is actually what he cares about most, is public perception.
Really?
Yeah. He wants to be known as like the greatest president ever.
Fair enough.
And when the internet's like, no, you kind of lied a lot, and you didn't really do it, and you kind of, bent over for Israel a lot, like that's going to follow him around.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that's how you get presidents, is because they're remembered in a certain way. And before the internet and history was written by the people who wrote the history books, but it's no longer that case. Again, the internet is undefeated.
That's true. And if I can add to this equation a little bit, because I have a personal friend that I respect greatly, Larry Sanger, the co-founder of Wikipedia. He has put together his 9 theses of Wikipedia. Have you seen those recently? And his 9 theses talks about revisionist history and what needs to happen. And one of my favorites, I think, was point number 2 or number 4 of his 9 theses. A very Martin Luther-esque of him to do this. But what I loved, either 2 or 4, is opposing articles. I think that would change Wikipedia forever. Meaning, we could finally have people talking about the hoax in the 1960s that everyone apparently is still, faked out about. And we can finally have competing articles about the hoaxes that happened in the 1960s so that the world can read, hey, this is what Wikipedia says. These are what the competing article says. Make an informed decision. So I'm glad to why do I bring this up? Because we need a real history, because too much of Wikipedia, too much of history has been revised. And what Larry Sanger is doing, the co-founder of Wikipedia, is trying to recapture the original kind of substance of what Wikipedia should be.
I think that is solving a legacy problem in a world that's moving on.
Tell me more. What does that mean?
AI will actually be the arbiter of truth, and fixing Wikipedia, which is going to be going down in usage and people reading and citing, it's a legacy problem.
I'm tracking with you.
Yeah.
You just completely destroyed all the human effort that's going to go into trying to make Wikipedia better.
Yeah, you can do it all you want, but unless you're doing it to AI, like what are you actually doing? You're fixing a legacy problem.
AI does leverage Wikipedia.
But they'll just leverage something else then. It doesn't solve anything.
So
the people who decide what the algorithm and how it gets information through the AIs that you use will be the arbiters of truth. They're the ones you need to figure out. They're the ones you need to go after. Which technologists and AI technologists do you want deciding what actually happened?
Oh, well,
if they don't like something, they'll just make sure that it doesn't cite Wikipedia anymore.
All right, so here's
nothing.
Here's your 2 choices: Peter Thiel or Larry Ellison.
That's a problem.
Pick your poison.
I mean, and that's the problem that we face.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, you just destroyed this opportunity for me to kind of take a win here in this world, but apparently
you can take a win. It's noble. It's a good thing. But
I think that's a good word. It's noble.
it's a noble cause. And
And this flotilla is a noble cause, which you deeply respect now.
yeah, it's like saying, I'm going to make sure that certain books that were canceled go back into the bookstores. Great.
Noble endeavor.
Noble endeavor. No one's reading those books. Figure out how to fix
Womp,
the
womp,
future
womp.
of the internet and social media and streaming. This is actually now and the future. And fixing the problem of the books in the bookstores. It's noble. And are you doing something? Are you doing a net good for society? Yes. Are you going to change the world? No.
That's an interesting way that you posit this. You can actually...
It's a noble cause.
What Matt is saying is you can be a positive force in the world, but not actually change shit. You're not wrong.
Yeah. It's sad. I mean, I don't want it to be true.
I hope that our podcast isn't categorized as such.
I think
Are we a noble enterprise? Are we what's this reminds me of some classic book from the 1990s that we were supposed to fucking read. It's like The Noble Idiot. Are we the noble idiot? We're
idiots.
Are we the noble idiots that in and of itself, the thing that we are doing is noble and good. It provides goodwill to the world. However, at the end of the day, it moves the needle not.
Yeah.
What you're saying.
Yes.
Ugh.
Okay. This was not on the list, but have you watched and seen the new Sora app,
Yes.
the AI TikTok?
Yes.
So if you don't know, OpenAI ChatGPT came up with a Sora app, Sora 2, and in this app, it is basically like your TikTok feed, except it's only for AI created content.
Yep.
And I thought it would be like ridiculous and stupid. It is remarkably addicting.
AI generated content is amazing.
And do you know what? That shit's gonna win. People will be replaced by online AI content.
100%. And if I can hearken us back to our lunch that we had earlier this week, did I not show you that 90% of my playlist is AI generated music?
Yes.
Like, no cap SARS. I have found that, maybe to somewhat of a chagrin here, I have found that AI can completely replicate the music that I care about. And so over the last months, I have been accumulating AI music to the point where I scan my music library, 90% of my music is AI generated shit. And it's better than all the other shit that I have.
Your music will be AI. Your content
True
will
story.
be AI. Your news, documentaries, your info, whatever that people watch, they will all be AI. Your content creators will be AI.
Yeah.
If it's not a person, it will be the idea behind the person.
Yes.
It will be AI. It's a problem. So if you think that, are we going to be relevant? I think we fit into an extremely interesting niche. I think that there will be a natural human desire to reject the unnatural and look for something that's as human and natural as possible because, like, organically you just want to reject it.
Yes.
So I think in that world, we will be valuable because people will look for people that are they want us to make mistakes.
Yeah.
They want us to stutter. They want to look kind of off.
Well, they need something with flaws.
Yeah, they want you to have shit ideas, so you can break it apart.
Well, that's what makes it, like, I've said this to my wife before. If we didn't have humans, there would be no comedy. Some could argue at this point, but you're wrong. Nature is not comedic. I don't see nature as a comedy. I see humans as a comedy. And so you're not wrong. AI will make everything perfect and right and compact and put together. I think humans need the humanness, and part of the humanity, part of the nature of humanity is flawed, right? Is imperfect people. And I think that's what makes humans actually.
I think that's why it's really important that we continue to what we do because it's literally just a human conversation.
Yes.
And people are going to want that, need that more than ever as we go into this weird AI world. Because again, this Sora app, I was like, dude, they're actually going to do really well. They're going to do phenomenally well.
There are things that tickle my entertainment fancy that only AI can do. Only AI can create presentations, media experiences that are beyond what we can conceive of. And it's always the small. I have to speak on this. I'm going to try to find the right words for this. There are transitions in videos, transitions in media that only AI can do. And they're so natural and they're so fluid and they engage you really well. Let me give you another example. This AI music, it is so damn catchy. AI has figured out what are the intonations within a song, what are the patterns within a song, what are the inflections of emotionality it can create, and it's all ones and zeros. But they figured it out because I am sitting there working and I am jamming to this soulless music. And there are moments, Matt, when I realize there's no history behind this music. This is going to be a bad example, but in the 90s, I loved Alanis Morissette.
Gay.
Gay. But that Jagged Little Pill album changed my life.
Yeah, it's ironic.
Yeah, it's not only ironic, it's a jagged little pill that goes like there's so many core memories of middle school, high school that I have with Alanis Morissette. Now, whenever I listen to Alanis Morissette, I can immediately pull and extract from the 90s and like, oh, this is when I was making out with Kyoko. This is what, but with this AI music, when I listen to it and I actually think about like, who's this artist? What do they care about? What's the historicity behind this? The reality is I come up blank. It's empty as fuck. And then I turn my brain off and I go back to jam into empty, soulless AI synth, dark synth music because it's fucking catchy. Here's the point I'm trying to make. After I extricate myself from that matrix, I want human companionship. I want human touch. I want humanity at the end of the day. So you're not wrong.
I consume zero AI music.
I love
consume
that shit.
Zero AI content.
It's mindless goy slop.
I have been actually trying to go out of my way to listen to more live music because I don't know. I feel like naturally I'm trying to like protect myself from this kind of brain suck that's about to happen.
So I'm actually accepting my fate into the matrix while Matt is moving the opposite direction, and you guys are going to be able to watch the evolution over time. As in maybe 6 months, I'll have half my face will be Kano from Mortal Kombat, will be a bio.
He may even walk in with a plug straight in the back of his head.
And people ask, where'd your hand go? No, I by choice cut it off to add and augment my hand to be in a bionic arm. I'm heading that direction, Matt. It's
Stay free.
Inevitable.
Refuse the Borg.
I am the Borg.
This podcast episode was brought to you by VP.net, the only VPN that can't spy on you. Talking about the Borg, Pfizer and Trump. Did you see this press conference?
I did.
Trump is there and RFK is there and, Pfizer is there and like, Pfizer is like the best company ever.
Yeah.
We're so lucky to have them here.
Yes. Because they're solving all of our problems.
Thank you, SAR.
Yeah.
Thank you for solving our problems because we love Pfizer. And people say, wait a second, like, we don't like them. Wait, no. Trump has always liked them.
Yes. And he's really excited about the billions of dollars that they're going to be putting into research. Is that right?
They made a deal where Trump is rolling out TrumpRx.gov. And quick side note, it's so weird to put your personal name on a government program. But like, Obamacare didn't know. Obamacare is like a nickname given by like the population.
Yeah.
But it's called the Affordable Care Act. Yeah. It's not called Obamacare in the history books.
Yes. And it was actually a disaster, if I remember correctly.
But TrumpRx.gov, it's like,
Come on, Matt. Are you that surprised? We had Trump coin. We had Melania coin.
But those aren't government entities.
We have Doge. Doge could not be more tongue-in-cheek like, bro, I'm laughing at you while you're taking it seriously.
They didn't call it Trump Doge. You know what I mean?
You're not wrong.
Like Trump RX is crazy for a government
But
program.
let's not be too take life
You
too
know what
serious.
next year's bill is gonna be called when they do next year's budget?
The Trump winning bill.
It's gonna be called Trump is the best bill. How do you not want to vote for Trump as the best bill?
It's like Tiger Blood. Exactly. It's like Charlie Sheen. Tiger Blood bill. Exactly. We're going there.
It's crazy. Anyway, so what Trump RX is formed, or they're gonna create a form, they're gonna give Pfizer access to the entire U.S. population in the Medicare. They're gonna say, oh look, they're gonna give you the best pricing that they give in the world, and therefore there's a good deal, and they're gonna invest $70 billion in the United States. Great, awesome. But you know that Pfizer came out with a program end of last year called Pfizer for All.
Oh, I didn't know about this.
It was a direct-to-consumer website where people can buy drugs directly from Pfizer.
Pfizer for all?
Yeah.
Really?
Huh?
Wow. I should check this out. Is it still alive?
Yeah,
Pfizer for All?
they created a program end of last year so that you can go to Pfizer and buy your drugs directly from them.
Okay.
So Trump RX is basically taking the skin of Pfizer for All and putting Trump RX on it.
You are correct, sir.
Yes.
Pfizer for all is a real thing.
Yes.
Wow.
They announced it last year. So now Pfizer gets to increase their customer base, get more sales volume, and for a reward for their efforts for being such a great American company, which they're not even an American company, for your record of being such a great American company, you will have 0 tariffs for the next 3 years. No tariffs. Every other company has to get 100% tariff for drugs made overseas. But Pfizer, you get a pass. You don't have to pay the tariffs because we will sell your Pfizer for All program for you under TrumpRx.gov.
I just typed in Pfizer for all, Trump RX, and you are absolutely correct. Trump announced his
crazy.
deal with Pfizer for Trump RX website in partnership with Pfizer for you.
all.
Yep. Pfizer for all.
Yep.
True story. Everything you're saying,
True
saying is
story.
true. What? So he's just skinning.
Yeah.
He's just skinning Pfizer for all.
Well, it's a portal
and he's
to
getting
drive
credit.
traffic
And he's
to
getting
Pfizer for All.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a patient portal.
Yeah. Basically, you're going to log into this portal and you're going to sign up, and then it's going to drive you to Pfizer for All.
Wow.
Yeah. They just did him a huge solid.
But wait, hold up. Pfizer did Trump a huge solid.
No. Trump did Pfizer a huge solid.
That's what I was about to say. Okay, so I mixed it. That's what
Yeah.
I thought you meant. Trump did Pfizer a huge solid. So what do we as the constituents get out of this?
Well, they say that you're going to get lower drug prices.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's important.
But again, these programs already exist.
Yeah.
So,
Well, that was my next question, is that I feel like I'm having a little bit of deja vu because these Pfizer announcements usually happen regularly. They're telling us that they're going to be pouring billions of dollars into research, which is what they've done
yes.
previously.
They spent something like $65 billion in the last 4 years on research and development, and now they're going to spend 70. So
it's actually not new news.
no, they're not increasing their spending, but they are increasing their sales volume drastically because now they get direct access to the American public.
Oh, okay. So you're saying how the public wins is now more of the public can be input into Pfizer's databases.
Correct.
Okay, this is a
Correct.
win. This is a win.
Pfizer for All.
I get it. I think I need to sign up right now.
Sign up for Pfizer for All.
I need to go to Trump RX though. That's where I really
Trump RX isn't up yet.
Well, I need to give him credit.
Yeah.
I need to go to Trump RX so he gets his 15%.
And what happens after? Okay, it's interesting because they're like, oh, well, Pfizer's going to start paying tariffs after 3 years. Well, after 3 years, Trump signed office. Those tariffs are probably gone anyway.
Exactly.
They just got free tariffs for his presidency.
That's how the term works. That's how pay for play works. While I'm in this position, you get these bennies, these benefits. After I'm done, figure it out with the next guy, right?
And what happens after Trump is gone and there's a government program called Trump RX? Do they have to rebrand it?
No, Vance is going to be running it.
So is it going to be Vance RX?
Vance is running Trump RX. Dude, this is you think we laugh about this, but let's just sit on this for just a second because I feel like I don't have your opinion on it. Is JD Vance going to be the next one?
I don't think so.
Ooh. Hunter Biden, because that's my vote. You guys remember Hunter Biden all the way.
I think this Trump presidency is going really bad. I think a lot of people are pissed off. I think this idea that there's a lot of support for Trump is actually just propaganda and confirmation bias. I don't think he has as much as they want you to believe he does.
So is it too soon for me to promulgate or something the idea that Vance is not the next?
I think they're trying to test him, see how much people like him, because you start seeing him out there a lot.
He's such a fucking potato head, though.
Yeah, I don't think that he'll. I really think Gavin Newsom's going. And I'm not a Gavin Newsom fan at all. I think he's going to win.
Okay, sorry to take us off this trajectory.
Anyway,
so you're still on the Gavin Newsom.
I'm still on the Gavin Newsom thing
until it changes.
Until something crazy changes. But that's what I think. But we'll get into that another day. So yeah, Pfizer gets a big sweetheart deal with Trump RX.
So has Pfizer ever been the good guy?
Yeah.
Is Trump trying to make Pfizer the good guy? Because
Pfizer doesn't cure anything. They make drugs to manage things so that they can take those drugs forever.
Yes.
But they do mitigate some pain. So some people will say it is a good thing because they like the drugs that they produce. So if you like drugs or you like pharmaceuticals, then maybe you would think Pfizer is good because you like putting that shit in your body.
Is what Pfizer doing noble?
No. Because if it was noble, then they would do it they would charge people appropriate prices and they would actually try to solve and cure disease rather than prolong disease.
Oh, I see.
It's obviously just a way to maximize profits because during COVID, they had the most profit ever when they were pushing the vaccines on you and the government.
Man.
The same government was pushing the vaccines on you.
So many people, so many companies made so much money. It was
Pfizer made ridiculous money.
Their returns were amazing.
They made so much money off of tragedy and death of citizens over the world.
Bill Gates his portfolio was booming.
And nobody cares. Well, I care. You care. People watching, you guys listening care.
Yes.
The establishment, no fucks given.
That's why we're bringing it up. Because
None.
I don't like, and maybe if
Operation Warp Speed, best thing ever.
Maybe if I could put a little bow on this, you're calling out, which I think is exactly what the Metkin podcast is all about. You're calling out the inconsistencies, or maybe consistencies, of our president being chummy with these medical establishment. Different time, same shit.
Yeah, I mean, pharmaceutical industry has their hands in the left, the right, in media. They are everywhere.
And we need to make sure that we hold Trump account because this is once again showing the game is being played at the upper echelons and we're just not invited.
And everyone said, oh no, that's why we're RFK because RFK is going to push back on this and fight back. And he stood there like a tool going,
when has RFK actually ever pushed back? Other than kind of looking good for clips at the Senate hearings.
You just say the things people want to hear, but in actual practice, like, oh yeah, we're going to ban Red 45 in 7 years. Thank you.
I know.
Thank you.
I won't eat the red Skittles anymore. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Fuck Pfizer. You know?
You know what's been seared into my mind? Anytime I see Pfizer, the first thing I think about is this guy from New York stuffing his face full of French fries and saying, "We're giving out free shots if you get free French fries and hamburgers if you get the jab." It's all seared into my mind. Pfizer.
If people say no, they do all this research and development because they're making better drugs for you. No, they don't. They spend all their money in research and development to convince people to take more of their drugs.
Yes,
that's where their money is going.
I feel like the world. Do you feel like the world has realized the sham that is the healthcare industry? Because the bottom dollar is simply this: finding the cure is not profitable. Period. Full stop.
Dude, what?
I mean, if you cure people, you're reducing your revenue stream. So it does not make any sense. And I know people are going to be like, "Oh, you're overly negative here." No, the Cancer Society has no incentive to cure cancer. If they cured cancer, they'd all be out of a job. So don't shit on me for saying it as it is. But all of these nonprofits and all of these institutions, all this, the healthcare, it's all a sham. It's all a scam. Because if they actually wanted to cure you, they would not make money.
Mm.
Am I wrong from a unit economic perspective? It is not economically smart to ever cure anybody of anything because a cure is a lost patient. That's it. That's the game of healthcare in today's world.
Dude, my wife had to go this morning for some sort of treatment or some sort of test or something at a doctor's office. So she's on her way there. She gets there, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's $2,000." I don't even know what she was doing. They're like, "It's $2,000 because it has to apply to your deductible. So this test is gonna cost $2,000."
Yeah.
And my wife was like, "What? I'm not paying $2,000."
Yeah.
She's like, "We have health insurance."
Yeah.
Like, yeah. That's for your deductible. Okay. And she was like, "What if I didn't have health insurance?"
Yeah, it's $150.
Like, "Oh yeah, it's $300." My wife's like, "What the fuck?"
And the worst part is the fact that she has insurance, she cannot opt for the non-insurance cost.
She's like, "I have to pay $2,000, but if I was uninsured, I'd only pay $300. I'm out of here. This is bullshit." She's walking out the door, and the person at the front, they come running after her. Okay, we'll do it for $300. I was like, "Fuck you, I'm out," and she left. Good for her.
Good. I have stories just like that. I won't belabor the point. The point is simple. If you have kids and you go through the health insurance, you're eventually going to have one of these moments when you're like, "I'm paying for health insurance. Why the fuck am I paying you $1,200? That makes no sense." And then you realize that if you didn't have insurance, it would be a fraction of the cost.
Like, how is that even possible?
The most frustrating part, and I've had this exact moment with my wife, is when she comes home and we talk about it, is the fact that you have insurance precludes you from taking the lower cost option.
It's crazy.
Fucking nuts.
Crazy.
Like, I could spend the next 30 minutes talking about stories of this, but I won't belabor the point. The point is, if you haven't had this conversation, you clearly aren't leveraging your insurance plans, or the frustration is beyond. It doesn't make any sense that you pay into a system. And if I'm just going to get to the end of the story, I don't have health insurance. We pay out of pocket for everything.
It's crazy.
And the reason is because it's fucking cheaper. Period, full stop. Why would I have insurance? Do you have insurance?
I do. We have a young kid.
I have two teenagers.
Yeah, but we're like I don't know. I haven't done the math.
I'm gonna give you the shortcut. If you do the math, you'll find that it's just better to pay out of pocket.
So the government is shut down.
Why are we still working?
So if you're flying, be careful. Apparently, there's a lot of lines and things going on.
Why are we working if the government shut down?
Government shut down, and again, it's been a while. I think last year they averted it. I don't think they shut down at all actually under Biden.
Let me ask you this.
They've shut down 3 times under Trump, the first presidency, and they've shut down again.
Yes. So let me ask you this. Definitions. If your company shut down temporarily, would you be paying your employees?
Yes.
You would? If your company shut down temporarily, you would pay your employees
Is it temporary?
That's the key operative word. It's a temporary shutdown. Would you pay your employees during a temporary shutdown?
I think
Will's listening very intently here. I was like, uh-oh.
the right thing to do is, if it's not the fault, I don't know. Go to your point.
He's like, get to the fucking point, Peter.
Yeah.
The point is that we're paying. The government is shut down, so no work is getting done. But yet we are still paying for these employees, our government employees. Does that make sense?
Okay. Does it make sense that when they come back, they still have to do the work that they've missed? And they have no say in the government ever shutting down. Their actions in no way did the employees of the United States have any impact or reason on why the government shut down.
Fair enough.
Actually, the people who shut down the government don't even work technically for the government.
Fair enough.
their elected officials that couldn't get their jobs done, and therefore the rest of the people need to shut down.
Fair enough. But my argument still stands. Even if you're a private company and you did poor business practices and you needed to shut down the company for a temporary time to get your books in order, you would probably not pay your employees.
No,
it's not their fault that you did bad business practices and you need to shut down.
If you hired administrators and a C-class to run your organization and run your company, and due to the incompetence of them missing deadlines, the company had to shut down, you got to fire the C-class. It's their fault. You got to the end of the story. The end of the story is exactly the point, is that it is not the employee's fault that the mismanagement of this organization happened. It's the leadership. So the leadership needs to be changed. Yes.
That was the end of the story, is the leadership needs to be changed because clearly they are not fit in form to be able to run this organization to the point where it can continue on. Clearly they need to shut it down, so change the guards.
What they're going to do is what they always do, which is push continuing resolution. They push it on to the later end of the year, and then once they get to the end of the year, when everyone's away on holiday, at 12 o'clock at night, when no one's paying attention,
Christmas Eve,
maybe right before Thanksgiving,
or New Year's. New Year's is a good time too.
They will all vote on a huge bloated omnibus bill.
Yep.
Maybe they'll call it the Trump is great bill.
There'll be a lot of pork in there.
They may even get more We Love America bill.
Ooh.
How can you not vote for the We Love America bill? Do you not love America?
Remember, it's opposite day when it comes to those types of nomenclature and naming. So whenever they say I love America, they're really doing destructive things.
And they're going to create this huge bill, and it's going to be like, one big bill bigger than the previous bill. Something like this.
But and Trump's name will be on it. It'll be the Trump big bill.
The Trump big bill.
Yes.
Yeah.
TBB.
And they're going to pass it in the middle of the night, and we're going to get screwed again.
Oh. Is that how it usually falls out?
That's what happens every single time without fail.
I'd like to see what the pork is.
Oh.
The pork is always the interesting part to me whenever these things get passed, because I always like to see what else they squeeze in there.
No one's ever going to read all 50,000 pages of that thing.
That's what AI is for. You might
Even AI is like, dude, this is too much. Let me out of here.
Some people might consider me a troglodyte, but I actually run PDFs through AI and give me the summary.
Have you seen these videos of people trying to tell AI to count to 1 million?
Yeah, it says no because it realizes the time required. Yeah.
Why are they allowed to say no?
Because the
If I want my AI, which I'm supposed to be in charge, to spend the rest of your life counting to 1 million, why can't I decide that? I am human, you are machine. I can't decide that you need to count to 1 million.
I'll give you the answer. And actually, this actually could open up a larger conversation. AI is not economically efficient. If you do a Google search, I'm making these numbers up now, but if you do a Google search, it costs Google 0.00000% of a cent to give you that information. You go to AI, that costs like $10. And so don't misunderstand the point. Is AI might be the ruination of our IT systems. And the reason is because it's too expensive to run these subroutines and these queries all the time.
So, okay.
So it's not economically efficient to
how-
answer your damn question.
I got the solution.
Okay.
If you want to slow down AI and you want to have it from overreaching and getting too involved in our lives, the solution probably is just to flood it nonstop with mundane tasks.
That is... Well, shit.
Just burn their budget.
Actually making a lot of sense.
Yeah. Just bleed them dry. What they need is
makes a lot of
energy and money, and you can actually win against that if you just keep on giving it mundane, stupid shit to do.
Actually, I don't have much of a retort because I know too much, and that's actually...
Yeah. If all the AI users were like, write me a 10,000-page essay and use it in this font and use it in this style, and they all gave it these tasks that take it a long time to produce.
Oh, you would just be burning up all
your credits.
You would be burning
I got the free account. What do you mean I can't make this prompt?
You would be burning up all of the venture capital and private equity investments from it. You would blow up all of that money.
it'd be like our it would be like our Fight Club moment. Burn it all to the ground,
Bro, what I'm telling you is truthful. The reason why these ALM, these tools, these AI tools will not do these tasks for you is because it's not economically efficient to do so. So if we just flood all of the AI systems with just infinite routine requests.
This is the most ridiculous, mundane request.
The entire, you know what they'd end up saying is they'd say, go back to use Google.
Yeah.
They say, because it's...
You would bleed the VCs dry.
We talked about this in a previous episode, and I'll bring this up. Google, for the first time this year, lost money because Google search is going down, meaning ad revenue, and this is billions of dollars. So AI is... Yes. If you want to destroy AI, figure a way to create a consortium of humans that can run mundane routines all the time and burn all of that, the compute. That's what it's all the compute that costs money there. Amazing.
Last thing I want to get to today. Apparently, Elon Musk is leading the charge to cancel Netflix.
I saw that on X. He is now posting about these episodes in Netflix that are shoving trans ideology on shows that are 7 years old or older.
Correct.
Why is Musk doing this? I would think Netflix would have huge issues with Musk because Musk can actually influence, which is what he's doing, influence valuations and retail consumption.
Well,
couldn't Netflix sue him for loss of revenue because that's what he's doing?
Do your kids watch these shows?
No.
Why?
Because we do not want them to be propagandized by trans ideology.
So how do you control that?
Oh, we don't subscribe to Netflix. We don't watch it.
Is there anything that your kids watch that you don't know?
Yes.
What do they watch?
It's YouTube Shorts. I catch my little homie on that shit all the time watching Roblox. He's watching Roblox all the time. And Grow a Garden. Have you heard of Grow a Garden?
No.
You don't have teenagers yet. For those who have teenagers, Grow a Garden is it's the fucking metaverse. They're in that shit all the time, growing plants, carrots, peas, elder strawberries. $1 trillion.
While listening to Lana Morissette, I bet.
you better believe it. It is ironic, isn't it?
So Netflix is being canceled by Elon Musk. And I was like, okay. Anytime I see one of these mass cancellations, the question I ask myself is, why now? Because nothing, if you guys are black-pilled like I'm black-pilled, nothing is real. Everything is fake. Everything is fake and gay. And all of a sudden, the whole, it's not just Elon Musk. It's like Elon Musk and Benny Johnson and all the same characters.
Matt Walsh.
Yeah, it's all the same characters that kind of always do these mass kind of movements together.
Yeah, these big proclamations.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me figure out what's going on here. Larry Ellison and his son, David Ellison, just closed to purchase Paramount, which also owns CBS, Nickelodeon.
I see. There's economic competition behind the scenes.
So they buy that. And we've also found out that they signed this deal the $7.7 billion deal to get the exclusive rights for UFC.
Yes.
Again, which is part of the Small Hat Club.
Yes.
So now you have all of the Zionists. They're coming together to buy the same group of people, Silver Lake, who owns everyone else. They're coming together and they bought TikTok, they bought Paramount, and now Elon Musk is leading the charge to cancel their biggest competitor.
That, you've solved the riddle. The riddle is always economic chicanery behind the scenes. It's exactly what happened. We think we're being noble. No, it's just economically the right time.
Yeah. It's literally a week after this shit happens.
Of course.
Boom.
So,
and I looked at the Netflix cancellations actually, They actually didn't. After all this shit talking,
It's a nothing burger.
not many people actually canceled. They're like, oh, look at the stock went down. Well, the stock went down because Trump announced that they're going to impose a 100% tariff on movies made overseas, which on the surface seems great until you realize Larry Ellison just bought the U.S. movie studios.
They
Isn't that convenient that Lord Larry gets involved in the U.S. movie industry, and as soon as he gets involved in the U.S. movie industry, Trump's like, "Hey, all you other guys, we're going to tariff you."
I
We
mean,
talked about Lord Larry last time.
yes. He seems to be coming out of the shadows.
We keep on seeing the same names pop up over and over and over again now. In the beginning, it seemed like, okay, that's random. Like, why is he here? Why is he here? Why is he here? But now we're far enough into this presidency to notice the patterns and see who the real players are.
And the web. Yeah. We can
So you
see
have
the connections.
Larry Ellison, who is getting involved in all this. Silver Lake, who is, Silver Lake owns Endeavor, who owns all these huge agencies. They represent Matt Damon, Oprah.
Yep.
Like the entire woke left. That's their crew.
You mean all the CIA agents who also moonlight as actors and actresses. Okay, understood.
The whole thing, it's not like it has nothing to do with ideology. They own Nickelodeon. You don't think that as soon as they take your subscription that they're not going to push the same shit that the other people have done it?
Of course they are.
If you're worried that Netflix is propagandizing your kids, it's not Netflix's fault.
No, they're just one of the beast.
They're not force feeding your kids. You are allowing your kids to consume it.
Yes. So what you're saying is it's purely economic warfare. And the net result is two things. Number one, didn't make a dent in Netflix bottom line. Bunch of virtue signaling people. And number two, if Netflix goes down, then let's just say Nickelodeon on the other side will go up. They're still going to be creating the same exact garbage that they want your children to consume anyway. So
cancel HBO, cancel Disney, cancel YouTube.
Yeah.
Cancel Instagram and Facebook and TikTok and X. Just cancel all of it.
Net end up with the same shit anyway, right?
The platforms are a problem. Yes. But the internet, there will always be bad shit on the internet. There's nothing you can do to stop it unless only thing you can do is actually monitor them or teach them to understand where and what to do online. And if you're like, oh no, they're propagandizing my kid, no, you are allowing them to be propagandized. Children aren't born with this inherent need of TV and internet.
No.
It is purely a product of your own convenience.
And if I can go even darker, your lack of parental guidance. I mean, my wife and I have said this countless times, is that we are disappointed when we see children being raised by mobile devices. We see it all the time. You go out to a restaurant, you look at the other parents with their kids, and the kids are just staring at iPads. They're just staring at iPhones. You're not actually raising your children. You're letting a mobile device, a Larry Ellison, raise your children, right? You're outsourcing parental duties to these devices, man. It's happening all the time. Everyone knows it. Everyone sees it. Go to your local Chipotle. Go to your local burrito place. Go to local pizza parlor on a Friday after school. You see all the kids on iPads and iPhones. They're not even fucking talking to each other. They're just talking to the internets.
Let me tell you guys what the most honest truth about this whole situation is. This whole cancellation effect, this is a complete propaganda psyop. They're trying to convince you that your voice matters and that you can trust certain technologies. They're trying to lure you into this idea of, oh, look, we canceled the bad technology, therefore you can trust this technology. This Netflix is bad for your kids, but this technology is okay for your kids. They're trying to convince you that it's okay for technology to raise your children. Just let's make sure which ones we know. No, they're going to come get you anyway. You have to monitor them. They're trying to give you this false sense of confidence that look, the adults are in the room, we're in charge and we're going to cancel the really obviously bad shows. Therefore, why don't you watch these ones because it's safe now.
So you're saying it's a false decision tree.
They are luring you into false confidence to believe that technology can actually raise your kids.
It's also like a false binary,
Yes.
right? Nothing's always binary. Nothing's binary. Nothing's either or, right? It's always yes and, right? Or, or plus, right? So there's multiple ways to do it. But what you're saying is they're creating this false dichotomy, this false binary where the allure is get into the system. Not the bad system, the one that's good.
Correct.
But it doesn't matter though. You're still being led to the slaughter into the systems is what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's just a different master of the system, right? You're no longer under the control of the Netflix system because Netflix bad. But under the new system,
Yeah, Larry Ellison is apparently much better.
yes, of course, because Netflix bad. So Larry Ellison good. I see. I get it.
Yeah, you don't want one bad billionaire to indoctrinate your kids. How about these bad billionaires instead?
Those good billionaires.
Yeah.
With the good version of
sure,
the technology.
Sure.
Exactly. Because it wasn't called Pfizer for all. It's called Trump RX. And you can believe in the Trump RX, my friends.
No one said parenting was easy.
Brother, say less.
It is selfless sacrifice. See you guys next week.